What's up, everyone? Reclam's here with Outlast. That's right, it's back. But I will not be suffering alone today. Joining me is an old friend.
Hello, everybody!
That's right, everyone.
Been a while.
That's right, everyone. This asshole Malker's back.
Hi.
The wizard has returned to the channel.
Allow me to show you my magic fingers.
That's a 14-year-old boy.
I don't give a shit.
Calling you a hottie. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh.
Oh.
No. No, no. No.
Damn it. Now I'm sad.
Bad Jacob.
And it's
Bad.
probably because you got rid of that stupid orange dye in your goddamn hair. Like, that's definitely helping at the very least.
Honestly, I think it's the facial hair. Because, like, look, this thing makes it look like I got a full facial hair going right now.
Right. You do not.
Yeah, no, this is patchy as hell if you could see it.
Yeah,
it
looks god-awful.
To be fair, it's the best one I've grown so far.
Yes. Yes, it is still not my level, but
Yeah,
it is
fucker.
pretty good for what you've been able to pull off in the past.
Yeah.
So, fair warning, this is probably good. How long is this going to be?
As long as I can take it.
Alright, so about 5 minutes. It's going to be about 5 minutes of me shitting all over him.
Aren't you going to go look up a video on your phone? Keep an eye on it?
Oh.
Keep an eye on the stream for us so I don't have to...
Yeah, I'm on chat duty.
Oh, God. God. Again, how
Oh, yeah, this spot. Yeah, we're being smart. We're keeping the lights on this time. Oh, hi, fatty.
He's so ugly. He's so ugly.
You have something I can plug my phone into, by the way?
I don't have a charger for your phone.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, Smog said it's the beard. Hot Reclam will be teased forever and ever. Okay.
Go away.
Do you have the cord for that?
No, that's dead. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck that cord is, but I haven't found it yet.
Do you have a laptop I could use?
That is the only laptop in this house.
Should have told me to bring my laptop.
I'm too scared to leave.
I mean...
So this is the stream, guys. We're going to be looking at it through here the entire... Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You are so... You better be so fucking happy I told you I wasn't punching you. You better be so fucking happy. I want to punch you so hard right now.
You gotta continue the game, my dude.
Do I have to?
Yes. You have to entertain the people. They are why we're here.
I think they're being entertained by this.
Not clearly, because you're not doing anything on here. Fucking move.
I don't wanna. I really don't wanna. I can't do horror, guys.
Well, put on turn. Okay, how do you get your camera back out?
I don't know.
Is it C? No, left click. No. Yep, there we go.
It was right click.
Right click.
How do I use light? How do I?
No.
Okay.
C. L.
F.
Flashlight. Got it. Okay. There is no one in the hall. I think Q and E allow you to tilt.
Nope. Nope.
Wait.
It made me run.
Oh. Patrick. Okay. Everyone's just like, hi, Patrick. I'm like, who the fuck is Patrick? Sorry, I am very new.
Well, you're not new. You're just...
Yeah,
you're
I'm
older.
new to most of you.
Okay. I don't know where to go. I actually know nothing about this game. I have no idea where the hell... What's that?
How am I supposed to know? Oh, it's just debris.
Like, from here, that looks like a thing, right?
Well, everything looks like a thing from a certain distance. I mean, that thing looks like a thing. Because it is a thing.
You know what the things I'm talking about in here. That thing that was just in here to bust this down.
Well, I mean, clearly you have to go to the elevator.
I really don't know if I can do this, guy. I'm actually not joking. My heart is pounding in my chest.
Here.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I don't give a shit. This isn't my stream.
I'm gonna see if I can plug my phone in.
Alright, he's on chat duty now.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Nope. Good. Creepy, dark, black hallways. Oh, hey, you can sprint. That's probably going to come in handy later.
For a warning, guys, just because I'm not playing doesn't mean I ain't gonna jump.
Oh, no, he's going to freak the fuck out.
This is still freaking me out.
Oh, now I'm... Hi. I am terrified, too. Don't get me wrong.
I'm just a giant-ass baby.
Oh.
Is there anything to collect? What is our purpose right now? The generators.
Oh, hey, buddy.
We're supposed to be doing the generators.
Okay, where are those?
I have no fucking clue. I know nothing about this game.
See, this is why we should have played Dead by Daylight. That wasn't close when I came in here.
It was also very...
That door's open. Go ahead and... reload that.
Is that a person to your left?
No, that's a plant.
No, I mean, past... Okay, those are railings. See, guys, I'm thinking... Everything is a thing right now to me.
You want me? If you want, we can go to... We can go to Dead by Daylight. You guys would have to give me a few... about 10, maybe 20 minutes to set it all up. But we can definitely go to Dead by Daylight.
They have literally been begging for this game.
Well, they're not the ones fucking playing it. Oh, great.
Ooh, a thing.
See, this is a thing, that's a thing, those are things. Everything's a thing in this game.
They're all scary things.
Well, I mean, that wasn't.
Everything is a scary thing.
If you want, like, that's the thing. Like, my gripe with horror games is that a lot of them...
They follow very similar tropes in the end.
Well, no. It's that, like, in a lot of them, you're helpless. Like... Who's there? Hi. Malker, how can I help you? Malker, so, you know, Sorcerer Supreme, greatest wizard of all time, how can I help you today?
Good to know your ego hasn't gone down.
Nope! I'm just so scared out of my mind, I don't give a shit. Hi.
Is he alive? Is he the one that talked?
Considering he doesn't have a head, I'm going to assume he is not alive.
I thought his head moved backwards.
Nope, he doesn't have a head.
Alright.
Are you not? Do you want me to stop?
I don't know. So
your stream, not mine, dude.
You know what?
Why the fuck is this battery going down so quickly?
Did you got your light on?
Yeah, but I can't see shit without it.
Oh wait, that's a generator.
Oh, fantastic.
Alright, that's what a generator looks like.
Yeah, that's a generator. On the 2 gas pumps and the main breaker. God damn it. It's always something.
Smog said self-proclaimed wizard.
Yes, this is true.
I've been called the self-proclaimed Dragon King in my chat many a time. So you are now apparently the self-proclaimed wizard.
Self-proclaimed greatest wizard. Thank you.
Of all times.
Get it right. Hey. Okay, I'm starting to go with you. I really don't want to keep doing this. I want to play Dead by Daylight. Oh fuck. Let's do Dead by Daylight.
Well, first and foremost, I want to explain what's been going on recently. What's opening the door?
Yep, he's definitely opening the door.
So,
hi.
This was supposed to happen around 5 p.m., which would have been a time I could have accepted just because it's not 8:30 at night for us. Where
he's right the fuck there.
Mm-hmm. Where we are, literally, it's Halloween night.
You know, the night of witches, ghosts, and goblins. That's what Halloween is, right?
Something like that.
And he's gone. Okay, I'm gonna vote we do a whole kibosh on this right the fuck now. I don't want to play this. I don't like feeling helpless.
Either.
Is that okay with you guys? Can we go to a game we're not completely helpless in? And how about this? Let's trade this. We're gonna play a game where you will be absolutely helpless to stop me. How's that?
I'm okay with this. The thing is the stream okay with this? We have another horror game to play, okay?
Pseudo horror game. Let's not throw it under.
Let them think it's horror.
They know exactly. I've said what the
game is. It will appease them.
I've said what the game is multiple times now. Thank you. But thank you, Jacob. But Smog, you can go suck a big one. Oh, I'm ruining everything you've built up so far.
Oh no, that's about how I talk to him too.
Okay. He's still out there. Oh, hi. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna vote we just stop now because your heart's gonna rupture. I'm scared of getting beaten the shit out of.
So I've been on the road, okay, guys, for over 24 hours. I haven't slept yet. I've had 4 energy drinks to try and keep me awake through all this crap.
Yeah, and it's quite you can tell.
Smog said go play DBD.
What's that?
Dead by Daylight.
Oh, okay.
Jacob signing off because Jacob needs sleep. Good night, my lovely lovelies. Bye, hot people.
Thank you.
So I've been on the road for about 24 hours. I drove to Carlsbad, New Mexico, and back without stopping.
Why'd you do that?
Because my uncle, the CDL delivery driver who takes, shipments of crap across the country, needed help with this. Well, hello, Storm.
Hope you guys heard that. I don't think we're going to be even be able to play Dead by Daylight tonight. Yeah. Because one of the things I need to play it is an internet connection, and I don't have it's not connected to the internet here. Yeah. So, how about this? We're not going to play this anymore. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this. Am I able to do that?
Go ahead. This game is a bane of my existence.
Yeah, it's not for little man right here.
Honestly, the first time
just end the stream, but
no, it's still streaming.
Okay.
But the first time we ever started Outlast, I was against it.
Yes, you. Well, no. Okay.
We did it because it was recommended by a friend, and I said,
yes.
Well, horror games do get views, but I hate the idea of doing this in the first place anyway.
Yes, this is true. But keep in mind, you have to remember, I didn't push for it. Don't give them that idea. Don't let them think that I was like, no, we need to do this. No. That's not what happened.
Oh, here, real quick, while we're doing this, so while we're setting everything up, essentially.
Okay, so what do we play now?
Full screen.
Oh, yeah, that's... Hello. Now you can see me.
Better.
Better. Just point at one that you think we should do.
Have you ever played Universe Sandbox?
I have not. But I also want to do something that does still have like a theme.
We could do Warframe.
Nah. Warframe's
Monster Hunter World.
It's got a controller?
Yeah, your controller. That you left here. Never picked up.
Where? Oh! I've been looking for that!
You told me to keep it.
I did? Okay. Jesus, could have taken better care of it.
It's been sitting off to the side. I haven't touched the damn thing.
Okay.
I don't know where its little knobby thing is, though.
Is it not plugged into your computer?
No, that computer's had to be unplugged like 20 times. I remember what I was doing for it. I was getting my charger cable.
This game. I literally just heard about this game today.
Really?
Yeah.
It's fun and weird.
I figured. It's called Monster Prom.
Yeah. But
yeah, sorry you can't see what's going on. We're trying to choose a new game.
Yeah, he's dropped.
Yeah, that's not it.
Well, no, I mean, like, I've been getting, like, my wire that I use to charge my phone, and I can plug that into there and then my computer, and it still works.
Okay, but where's the wireless cable?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Or the wireless USB. That's crucial.
I mean, technically it's not, because
Technically, fuck off. my thing.
You said it was mine.
I did not.
Yes,
I
you
said you could use it until I had a need for it, because my computer can't play games. At least it couldn't at the time.
Okay, the back is stupid.
It's not. It
No,
wouldn't be on there.
I know. I was looking at this and going, is this a part of it?
No.
No, this is not a part of it. See, the thing is, it's more than likely down here. Because I don't remember putting it anywhere else. Unless it's in one of those boxes. I don't think it's in one of those boxes. But...
Okay, yeah, no, I guess we're not doing that. I said it was going to take like 50 minutes to update. Yeah.
It's auto-updating. There we go. You forget, my Wi-Fi's better than yours.
Yes. That's still not great. I can't entertain people for 10 minutes.
It's going down faster.
Still.
We'll
see what we can do.
But so, I've been on the road for about 24 hours now. I have not eaten. I have not slept. I have been surviving purely off of 4 energy drinks.
This will keep you awake.
No, it won't. It'll just piss me off.
Yeah, and that'll keep you. Your rage will keep you going. Headline: Man too angry to sleep. I've never played this game.
Would you like to try?
No. I would be putting you on the hot seat for that, my friend.
I mean, Elder Scrolls.
Yeah. How many people are watching? Is it just Smog?
Currently, there are 3.
3.
I don't have a whole lot of viewers.
Yeah.
Not consistent.
Yeah, your
viewers.
internet sucks, bro. Not that mine's any better, because it's 0.
To be fair, mine sucks right now because of weather.
That can play a factor.
But so on that time period of, don't ask.
Okay.
I heard, we were coming back. Heard a joke because we switched it to the comedy channel because we got tired of listening to music. As shocking as it is, we got tired of listening to music, so we switched it to a comedy channel because it had Sirius XM, lovely radio station. I love all the crap on it.
This is true.
This lady, who honestly could only make puns. That's all she could do.
I like her already.
She was punny. And the thing is, they are Mauker level puns.
Yes.
For instance, the one that I think Mauker is going to like the best. If 2 DJs get into an argument with each other, do you think that all they'll really be able to say to each other is, "The tables have turned! The tables have turned! The tables have turned!"
And by the way, let me explain to you my level of puns. Most of you should know this. I know you know this.
Yeah.
What do you call a party of orc bards?
What?
An orchestra. To be fair, the funny thing about puns isn't necessarily the pun itself.
It's the Pearson's reaction.
Yeah, the Pearsons?
Yeah, the Pearsons.
Oh my god. The person's reaction.
You know what's really great about puns? They're just so nice.
What is she saying? Is she spreading hate?
Not right now, but I figured I might as well start it.
Alright.
Fuck off notification. No one gives a shit.
I don't care, Michelle. Hi. I don't know how we got here.
We're
looking at
I wanna
ourselves.
focus this better.
Yeah, that would probably be nice.
Nope.
No.
Wrong way.
Wrong way. Wrong way. No. See, it would really help if you didn't have your hand directly in front of the camera when you're trying to focus it. Hi.
Tell us about yourself, Malker. How you been doing?
I'd be doing a lot better if I didn't look like an acrylic painting.
Well, that's the best we're gonna get, apparently.
Okay. I guess that's what I'm working with.
And now you're sideways.
It's running sideways!
Actually, it is raining sideways right now.
Might as well be. I mean, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's really coming down. By the way, the reason I keep looking over there is because there's a window right there.
See?
Nice! But there's a window right there that allows us to practically see and hear everything going outside. So you can't see my hand. Fantastic. But yeah, so it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's not noise. I'm sorry, but his idea, not mine. His idea.
Yeah, no, totally, totally my idea.
Is the game finished yet? No. I'm tempted to just go to Skyrim.
Do it, bro.
Because I can break this game.
She said, "I know."
Yeah. Good.
But no, I
can
just.
Break, you want? Or is Frost on here? No, he's on my account.
Correct. Which we could switch to real quick.
Yeah, we could.
But the
Sorry,
so
I'll react oddly anytime anytime OBS pops up. Stop that. Anytime OBS pops up, I see my face again. I'm going to react oddly, usually because I think it's funny. Okay.
No, while we're waiting to set all this up, why don't you tell us a bit about what you've been doing, plans for the future?
So, I don't remember if that's my password.
I love that plan for the future.
Is it? Are we good?
Yeah, I would have told you to re-enter at this point.
Fantastic. Okay. There we go. Now we're in. So, basically, hold on. Fuck off. Fuck off. I still need to get me one of those shirts that say parental advisory. I say fuck a lot. I need to get me one of those.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do.
Because I do. I absolutely do.
Well, that's it.
We could go to... Alright. Ooh. I've been wanting to play this game with you. No, we can't, because you need to buy... Or not buy, you need to download a thing to make it easier. By the way, you might want to change the camera so they can see you again.
No, we're currently trying to talk about you and the future goals.
Right.
Stop getting distracted.
So, right, I'm currently still in college. I'm working as well on top of that, but I'm trying to just get my basic degree before I go out and try anything. I've actually, for a while I was undecided on what I wanted my major to be. Originally I was a geneticist, or I wanted my major to be in genetics. And then I decided I wanted to become a writer, or focus more on creative writing. So I'm taking a lot of classes on that. But recently, I've decided to get back into biology with cellular biology. And a coworker of mine actually made me realize, remember how much I love biology, or cellular biology. How do I set it up so it's recording this?
So click only playing for YouTube, I believe is what I have it set under. Scroll down. Okay, so it's not there, so you have to start it and then add game capture.
Okay. Here, you do that while I talk.
Alright.
Because that's that's what I'm supposed to do, apparently. So,
but I also meant, voice acting.
Right. So I was
about
getting there. I was going to get there.
You were taking your sweet time.
Yeah, I tend to do that. Especially when I'm in a good mood. I'm not.
She would like to know if you have better English skills than Reclam.
Significantly. It's obvious.
It's really not.
Yes, it is.
I've read your works.
I've read yours.
You haven't read
You're
my
good and you're bad.
You haven't read my newest ones.
Fine. Neither of you. But, so I want to become a voice actor. That's something I really want to do. And sadly, I do not have the time nor money to go out and do that yet. I don't have the money to afford even the most basic of equipment like a microphone, or any soundproofing. So I can create my own small recording studio, which honestly I shouldn't be doing anyway. I have been told that, especially as a novice voice actor, that's like I shouldn't bother with that. I should focus more. Excuse me. I should be focusing more on going out and working with studios for these positions to try and build up try and make myself more recognizable, basically. So, sorry, I'm not looking up here. I'm looking at my image.
Smog said you would be good at that.
Thank you. I think I would too, mainly because I create voices and characters.
Just gonna let that go by.
Yeah, a lot, just in my spare time. And if you're good at something, don't do it for free. So, again, sadly, I haven't gotten much chance to go out and do something with that, mainly because I am stuck in a bullshit dead-end job at Sears, with a shitty manager and shitty boss. And what little time I have that isn't in there, I'm
about a great cause
at school, studying for my basics, like I said earlier.
So,
yeah, that's kind of my thing right now. I am like the reason why I would buy like a microphone and soundproofing stuff and stuff for a recording studio is so I can do stuff like what he's doing. I want to have my own YouTube channel where I will either play video games or do like preliminary voice acting, or whenever I create, or like have someone work with me to create a new show where I would be a character in it and be able to post on there. But or just to stream stuff like that. But again, I don't have enough money to do that.
Hey, Cruz is on here.
Yeah.
So
yes.
Here you go, buddy.
Wait, what are we doing? Plug this in.
All right.
You know me. You know how I do, fam.
Yeah. So.
By the way, if you say something, be careful what you say ironically. I used to say fam ironically. Now I said it so much ironically, I say it unironically.
Yeah.
So just be very careful. It's a very slippery slope, irony.
So Smog says, I think this was whenever you were saying that you don't have the resources for it. She said, yeah, but your voice is nice to listen to, so I suggest try it.
I want to. I really do want to. But again, it comes down to the most
time and money.
Well, hold on. I'm getting my fucking not poetry.
I was gonna say, you and poetry don't work.
No, I don't enjoy poetry, reading it or writing it. Anyway, I can't think of the word. Basically, trying to make it sound better. My poetic side, if you will. It comes down to a lack of one of the most valuable resources of everything, which is time. I don't have enough time in the day with school and my job and everything else. I don't have the time to do that. So I'm going to have to cut one of these things out. Are we going to switch spots?
No, it's currently pointed at you, dude.
Oh, no. I mean, for the quarter reach.
No, it's a long cord.
Alright.
I'm going to move this over here so it doesn't interfere.
Push me. So, yeah, I'm going to eventually have to cut something out, either my job or my education, and it's not a hard call. But, yeah, it's something I do intend to fully flesh out, and something I do intend to do later on. But at the time, I can't, which sucks. I would absolutely love to keep doing that. The other thing I want to do is I want to write a book, not necessarily a super popular one, but one that like one that people will go like, oh hey, have you read this yet? The fuck is Conton City Radio?
I don't know. So apparently, Smog, not to be pushy, but I do like the way Recklin looks, so can he be on camera too?
Alright, I'm fine with that. I mean, feel free to... Well, now I'm off camera.
I don't know. Okay, look, you're gonna have to wait just a half.
That's
second
fine.
So I can figure out where the camera is.
I was gonna suggest that very thing.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Yeah, that'll work.
Actually has both of us in frame, which is nice.
Yeah, and we're just slanted. Okay, what do any of y'all have this on PC? Because if so, I would love to play with you. Ha. But it's... Who wishes to play with the god of destruction of time? What, can I see my nickname?
Do you have a voice for Frost that you could give us as like kind of a demonstration of what you would be doing for voice acting? We've heard your normal voice now.
I did have a voice for him. I'm trying to remember how I did it. Well, perhaps you should learn to fear the true power of the god of destruction. It was something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was.
And you can make a new one.
Yeah, if I were to make a new one, it would not be that deep. It would be more along. It would be closer to Frieza. Just it basically be a less booming voice, a cooler voice, just less booming. So more along the lines of like, well, I suppose I can teach you a lesson or two.
I'll apply me a dumbass tree. I love TFS.
So does anyone have this on PC so I can play with them? Because if so, I can start up a server.
Our chat, our viewers dropped to 2, and I think it's kind of me as one of them.
Okay. Yeah, probably.
How long has this been live for? It's only been live for about 30 minutes.
Alrighty. Well, this is a game I'm much happier with. So, Smog, do you have this on PC? Oh yeah, I still haven't finished these.
Smog says, no, I don't.
Damn. Well, I hope you're fine with watching me kick ass for a few minutes. Or about 30 minutes or so, until I get bored.
You know, it's been a while. We could tell them where the names Malcolm and Requiem came from.
Okay, sure. So...
I'll let you start first since Malcolm was born
Absolutely.
first.
So, in high school, Chance... They know your real name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Chance introduced me to the wonderful thing called fanfiction.
Really? I thought you had actually already known.
No.
That's a new thing to me. I didn't know he didn't know about fanfiction before this.
I'd never heard of it. Well, I'd heard of it, but I had no idea what it was.
Huh.
And it was actually even more incredible because even then I had kind of been writing it without even knowing what it was. So he introduced me to it, and I pretty much got hooked on it. And at the same time, I had also just discovered Fairy Tail. This was freshman year. So what was going on then? It was before the time skip, or but it was before Tenro.
I actually wasn't watching Fairy Tail at the time. Remember?
Okay.
I didn't get into Fairy Tail until our junior year.
Right. So, okay, fine then. It's really hard to play and do commentary at the same time.
Yeah. I know that I didn't end up ever hearing about Malcolm until sophomore year. Yeah. I think that was the earliest. Hell, that might have even been junior year.
What am I doing? I completely forgot how to play. I forgot my strats. It's been so long since I last played this.
You kind of stopped though because everything kind of...
Yeah, I got bored.
Yeah.
Well, which is funny because I actually got this game again on PlayStation 4. Ow, stop it. And it's been a lot of fun. I didn't remake Frost. I did not remake him. I did make another Freezer race because this strat is just ungodly. Like, seriously, it's beyond broken. But
you'd think after so much time they would have fixed something like this.
Nah. It's because no one uses this game for online, like, to play against each other. Like, if people are doing that, they're going to fighters. Anyway, back to the thing. So, Malker and like especially at the time, I loved creating like characters that were nigh unstoppable,
I thought it was
practically gods. So I created Malker. He initially started as like his whole shtick was that he was a master of magic, like all magic. Like he had been around for so long that he had the spare time to learn every form of magic in the world and learned how to master every bit of it. So, when I first created him, I told my friend at the time, Nathan, about him, who immediately was like, "Oh, I can here. Let me show you how you can make him even more powerful." And anyway, so that's where Malker started. He started off as this really powerful but still mortal, like still had weaknesses and all that, human in Fairy Tail. But over time, he just grew and grew and grew, and to the point where, like, while he did still have weaknesses, he was literally just shy of being a legitimate omnipotent god. And that's where he's stayed ever since. Like, it got to a point where we were like one of my favorite things to come out of his creation was, well, two things. One, his ultimate spells. The spells of absolute creation and destruction. Dust. You know, because ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Everything is born to dust. Everything returns to dust. Shit like that. Stop it! Let me get my strat off.
Gohan. Gohan doesn't let people do strats.
He's all about the strats, though.
Yeah. Do you remember how to do items?
Vaguely. Hold on. No, that's not it. There we go. All energy read. Fuck!
Won't lie, it's fun seeing Frost get his ass kicked.
Yeah. So like, the way it worked is, like, in one hand, he had a spell that could reduce anything to dust, and in the other, he had, like, destroying everything down to, like, if it was alive, it destroyed it down to its soul. Like, literally just erased it from existence. And, on his left hand, he had the spell of absolute creation, which was, like, he could, turn anything from dust into life, basically. That and, the Omniverse are my two favorite things to come out of it.
The Omniverse is fun to know.
Yeah. Basically, it's multiverse squared. Like, you know, like, the theory where there's, like, an infinite number of universes. The Omniverse is, what if what if there were more than one groups of multiverses? Like, for every fictional story, there was... Where the hell?
I don't know, but you better go help him. He's about to die.
Yep.
To Piccolo.
Really? Really, Beerus? But he... Like, so basically, the way it worked in our mind was, every single fictional world you ever read, ever seen, ever come across had an infinite number of multiverses that were all very similar to that story. Like that had the same laws of physics, same laws of power, rules, all that kind of thing within it. And then, but within each story, these rules could change. So,
to make a long story short, fan fiction is reality.
Yeah, fan fiction, it becomes a possibility. And, yeah, it just built from there to the point where, well, you get the idea. So, that's Malker. That was Malker. He was a non-omnipotent wizard, yada yada yada. Where the hell am I supposed to go?
Maybe
supposed to go to the wasteland.
Yeah. So, and from Malker...
Yeah, and then I told him about Malker,
and to be fair, I had actually already been making my own versions of stupidly broken characters before I knew about Malker.
Yes.
Because that's just kind of something we did in high school. We made broken characters. We didn't always talk about the fact that we made broken characters, but we all made broken characters.
Yeah, and
it was a thing our group did.
Because at the time, we never fully understood the thing called character development. motivations and fatal flaws and shit like that, like actual characters.
I mean, I understood them. I just said fuck them.
God, motherfucker, you were not close enough to do that.
But the thing, so before Requiem was made, and before I knew about Malker, I had been in an art class and I was fiddling around with. I was trying to write a fan fiction, and it was a Naruto fan fiction because that's just kind of all I really did.
Yes.
I made Naruto fan fiction.
Honestly, it bugs me a lot. God damn it, piss off, Vegeta.
It was the only story I knew well enough to be able to write a fan fiction about and keep characters close enough to whatever they would need to be to work. But like I had characters that I'd had from middle school, which, God, those guys were and still are some of my favorite characters. In fact, they're who the book that I have written on Amazon is based off of.
Yes.
Although their names have changed from their original, which was Polites and Sabella, because I just liked taking whatever was supposed to be the antonym to something and making its name backwards. It's kind of a thing I did. But so I created a character for my Naruto fanfics called Origin, which was he was the origin of all blood anything. Like if anyone had anything special in them about them, it was because of him. And as I developed,
I thought we're literally just telling this to one person, two people.
It says 3 now.
Well, yeah, but you're one of them.
Yeah, and one of them isn't speaking. By the way, Smog, during your speech was saying, again, self-proclaimed wizard, and I have this thing where I have to tease Texans, #bring Requiem, which is apparently now a thing. But so, Origin, people can always come back and watch this later.
Yeah.
Origin just kind of became my go-to for a lot of things. But Origin never got involved in things. Eventually, whenever I was finally told about Malker,
you were told about it pretty early on in his creation. Like, you were told about him back when, like, his magic was, the robes.
Yes, which is actually what got me into creating a character to match Malker. Because another friend of ours was trying to make a character that could match Malker at the time, and he couldn't think of something.
Right. His answer, like, you're talking about Nathan.
No, I was talking about Brendan, the guy that stole everything.
Yeah. Wait, Tall Brendan?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't remember what the character's name was, but basically it was just he could rob someone of whatever.
He could rob powers. Yeah. I thought you were saying that Brendan was the guy who stole everything. Like, I don't remember Brendan stealing anything.
No.
But yeah, he created a dude whose power was like he could just yoink any power he wanted and take them from people permanently.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Which was based off of a character from Seven Deadly Sins, Bond, which I didn't find out until much, much later.
Right.
But he eventually, he got tired of Malker over here having an answer to everything he brought up.
Because that was the point of him. He was a master of all magic.
Yeah.
Like, anything you could think of to do, he could just say, yeah, no, that doesn't work.
To which, I brought in someone...
His literal antithesis.
Well, first and foremost, I had Malker fight against...
a Naruto character he created.
A Naruto character who was the god of time for his universe, who literally just said, nah, fuck you. I see all of time and I control all of time in this universe. If you are in my universe, you are my plaything. To which he said,
You did not say that was part of his rules. You did not say that was part of his rules. If you had told me that, my immediate answer would have been, okay, he just pulls him into a different universe. Done.
Again, though, he sees all that happens in his universe. To create any type of portal to go through that, he could subvert plot. It was a big thing where I just had him know all of time in that universe and know how to subvert whatever he needed.
Yeah, and it pissed me off. Granted, yeah, it was very hypocritical of me, but it pissed me off.
Yes. Which, honestly, at the end, I started doing just to prove the point. But that's whenever I said, alright, if we're going to have our fictional characters do stuff, Origin is in here. Origin makes laws for things like this. No person is allowed to destroy these laws. I will say, though, that Origin was a fan of Malker's work,
and that he wanted to create a opposite Malker, someone who instead of focusing on magic, focused on the physical. He focused on speed, eyesight, because Malker originally was a blind character.
Right. He that was one of his biggest weaknesses. He was blind. The way it worked is that he could see pure magic. And like the way magic worked, especially in Fairy Tail, from what I was able to tell, was like you would create the magic circle that would cast a spell, and not all the time you would see that, but basically with Malker, the way it worked was like it was always there. They just couldn't see it. He could because he could see the magic,
which is why he could recreate every spell.
Right. So he used rune magic, is what I call it. Yeah. Anyway,
and so Recklam's original creation, his original origin. I mean, that was Origin's entire point, was to be the origin. Recklam's original design was that he could shift his eyes through every single possible spectrum, except for the spectrum of magic. But he could see things, and he basically had zoom and enhance mode in movies.
Yeah.
But he could zoom in to a point where he could see the holes, essentially, in anything that if you could attack those holes in a certain area, would force it to either break down or dissipate, depending on what you are attacking with. But he was based on being basically the perfect being for physical fitness, whereas Malker knew all magic and could use magic to do incredible things. Recklam's strength was in that category. At one point during his creation arc, I think I capped him off at saying that when he's bored, he bench presses multiverses on his pinkies.
Yeah. Which, looking back on it, even for that, was a bit excessive.
Yeah, especially considering we hadn't fully fleshed everyone out yet.
Yeah.
But so, Origin created Recklam and then put him into Prime Malker's timeline as Malker's twin brother, to which Malker noticed a difference because he's
Malker. He
Malker.
knows these things.
Yeah, he was able to tell.
When you're a god, you must know these things.
Yeah. And so
be purified.
Malker ended up seeking out what happened, what was the cause, and he found Origin, which is where I believe we ended up deciding that is where the library that Malker keeps in his head is located, where Origin resides.
Right.
Not to say that
we'll get to that later if you want to hear about it. Like, I'd be down making a full video, like with drawings and everything, discussing who and what Malker is.
Yeah. Not to say specifically though that Origin lives in Malker's head. It's just Malker had this like mini parallel universe in his head, and
it wasn't a parallel universe. It was literally just his mind. It was his mind space.
Yeah. Well, we ended up turning that mind space into the library after further development.
Yeah.
Which, in that point, it is basically just a pocket dimension. But, so, Malker finds Origin and he confronts him, and Origin explains essentially what's going on and says, I am a fan of your work. Know that you can still be beaten. You can still be beaten. You are not invincible.
You're not all powerful.
Yeah. Luke just joined the chat. He said, hey, freaking nerds. Oh, by the way, Smog said, blind is never a weakness in stories. It gives room for more backstory.
Right.
And trust me, Malker and his backstory
is convoluted and incredible.
And enormous. If we were to just write his backstory out, like,
right.
With current canon.
Right, with current canon.
Then it could take up a book on its own just for the basic backstory.
Yeah, there's a lot to cover with him.
And
be purified.
So it just became this thing where Recklam is quite literally supposed to be Malker's twin, but Recklam doesn't like being compared to Malker, so he did things differently. Whereas Malker was a bit on the scrawny side, he was bulky. Whereas Malker had blonde, natural hair, like that just kind of felt like Malker's normally does. Recklam became...
his hair was black.
He dyed his hair black and spiked it back.
Yeah, he basically became a Saiyan. Like, he looked like a Saiyan, pretty
Yeah.
Which
we go
we'll
into.
If you want the full video discussing their origins, we will happily do that.
How did Reclam become a Dragon King? In parentheses, self-proclaimed.
That was him completely on his own.
Yeah. To be fair, though, I kind of included that into the Alpha storyline, which again that goes into its own thing entirely. We created gods of gods essentially, and called them the Omnians.
But like the rule of the Omnians was like you're not a god, you are a human with godlike power.
Well, no, the rule was you had to be picked by an Omnian prior, and then you could not become an Omnian until you died. Which actually was funny because we realized after we made that rule
that they never, Malker and Reclam never died. They were just chosen. They came close to death, which is why.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, again, we'll get into that later.
Yeah, but so essentially, in like this universe, for instance, the gods of destructions and Zeno are mere playthings when it comes to Reclam and Malker.
I wouldn't say playthings, but they definitely are like when Malker and Reclam show up on the field, they're like, oh fuck. But
not to give them a god complex, pun intended. In essence, if Malker and Reclam were to truly appear in the Dragon Ball universe and fight, it would be an ant versus a boot.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm talking a really solid boot, not something that has holes in it that the ant can try and slip between.
Yeah, like it would have been no contest, which is why like they did their best not to draw attention to who they were and how powerful.
Yeah.
And again, we'll get into it later.
Yeah.
We're just telling the origins. We're just telling like the origins, the outside of the.
Yeah. But that is. So the thing is, when I was making Reclam, my mindset was still on.
Who the fuck dares?
My mindset was still kind of going. Antithesis will have backwards names. So I couldn't actually think of an honest name for him to begin with. So I just said, let's spell Malker backwards.
Yeah, and it was Reclam, and it worked.
Yeah. And so that is how Reclam was born, essentially. And eventually, after some time, we got, honestly, in my opinion, we'd gotten so convoluted and so, just through everything that I made my own personal call and I gave Malker over here full creative rights over the character Reclam.
And I'm not gonna say I abused it, but I definitely made a lot of creative changes that he was not okay with.
Yeah. But Reclam, while my original brainchild, I'm going to keep using the name because fuck it, I made it.
Yeah, it is his character. I'm not gonna say like no, this character isn't yours anymore. I'm gonna use him. No.
But when it comes to stories and stuff, I have given him full creative control over all that. So if you do ever see anything involving Malker and Reclam, I didn't have
that is made by me.
Yeah, I technically speaking didn't have any part of it. That was all him. Yeah.
The thing was that like I wanted the reason why I was so happy when he gave me creative rights over him was because at the time I wanted Malker to be the more like morally ambiguous one of the two, like not he wasn't evil, but he was definitely like his purpose was to achieve omniscience. He wanted to learn everything that was possible. And part of doing that was experiencing every single thing he could, from good or bad, or just performing experience that many would see as not exactly morally okay. So,
like creating a universe and then just seeing how things played out,
or creating a universe purely to destroy it, because why the fuck not? So the idea was supposed to be that Malker was the morally ambiguous one. He was the darker one. Son of a... There.
You're getting your ass kicked by the sideline.
Fuck off.
We'll continue.
And keeping with the idea of Reclam being his antithesis, I wanted Reclam to be like the typical knight, like the knight in shining armor, the guy who shows up when Malker's going apeshit, like losing his mind, and he saves everyone. I wanted him to be the hero, he wasn't okay with that. He wanted him to continue being Edgelord Evil McEvilson.
To be fair, I wanted him to be more neutral. Like, Malker was supposed to be originally Malker was presenting himself as God to the world, until Requiem became the devil of this.
Right.
And it was supposed to play in reverse. If Requiem showed up first and he presented himself as God, Malker played devil.
Right. Oh. But, so when he gave me creative rights over Requiem, I was immediately like, alright, hero. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I only have 5 minutes left. How long was this mission?
15 minutes.
It was 15? Alright.
Something wrong with my scouter? Huh?
Nope. What is it? Is it reading 0? Because that's about right.
It should be reading practice math.
Right.
Smog said, "Well, it makes sense hearing this Requiem is the opposite, yes, English, of Malker, so that you turned around his name is a clear sign of that." And yeah, that was kind of, in the end, supposed to be the point. It mainly was because I couldn't think of a name, but it worked out point-wise. Like, to get the point across with that, it worked out.
Will you just be purified? You lesser creatures must be purified by my divine wrath.
Careful, you're starting to sound like Zamas.
That's kind of the point. By the way, I have a whole backstory on this, dude, if you, like, for another time, but...
Yeah. Well, see, that's something that I think would actually be fun to work on for your channel. Whenever you make it. The backstories of your characters, because all of your characters, I know that, very specifically for you, all of your characters mentally have a voice for you. They have a voice that they speak in. Malker's happens to be your own voice, because...
Yeah, like every now and then he'll bring out the booming voice, the one that to tell them not to fear or to fear, like that one.
But in the end, Malker and Requiem are essentially supposed to... Yeah. They are supposed to have our personalities in the end. Which always makes me question why...
Oh shit, Jiren's in this game.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Now that Super's... you can play as Ultra Instinct Goku now.
Right. There's actually a mod for this game where you can get like the pseudo Ultra Instinct, like the half Ultra Instinct,
yep.
which is really good.
But
it does make you like dodge everything automatically, but it drains your stamina incredibly quickly.
Yeah.
So like it's a mod, but they did a good job of balancing.
What kind of opponent will you be?
But no, with you know, it always makes me question whenever this guy says that he wants Malker to do questionable experiments on people, because I'm like, Malker's supposed to be you. You're not giving me.
That's the thing. He started as me. Like,
but the characters evolved and developed on their own. But base personality set, they are just supposed to be us.
By the way, this is pretty much how a fight between Frost and Jiren would go. Just mostly Frost kicking Jiren's ass.
Smog said, "Is that why Requiem is always this freaking calming?" You haven't seen me when I'm stupid hyped up on caffeine.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were about to say you haven't seen me when I'm super high.
No one's seen that form yet.
The fuck?
Oh, another fun thing that we had ended up doing. I mean, it really wasn't fun. It was just something because we kept making them so broken. We kind of had to do this to be able to put them in any universe. The limiters on their power.
Right. I think that's something we should get into later.
Yeah. But again, this is one of those things where I'm saying, you know, it'd be fun to, you know, on your personal channel whenever you make it. Which, when he does make it, you're all gonna go help support him, right? Right, fuckers?
If you don't want to, don't. I don't care.
Go support it.
If I make a channel, it will not be because like, hey, I want to do this because I think it's a good way for me to make money or I think it's a good job. It'll be like, I need a creative outlet. This is a good way for me to do it. Whether or not you like, it'll be one of those things like I don't care if people support me or not. I'm going to be doing this.
Yeah. Well, having a nice little base helps.
Yeah. What the fuck are you doing back here? That's not the attack I meant to do. Did we ever figure out what the hell Jiren was?
No. Never gave him an alien race name. He's just Jiren the Grey. Which is really annoying because that means that they essentially are just like, no, we know that we're just basing him off of like that Area 51 bullcrap alien. We're just going with it. Fuck it. But it's definitely something though that, you know, because a lot of your characters that you make, you give them a voice almost the instant you create them.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes you do it subconsciously, but in others you do it, you know,
So,
very directly.
Oh shit. Did you do that in the show?
Yes.
Okay.
And others you do very directly go for that, but you know, it's definitely something that in the end you put a voice to all your characters. And so for something, you know, going with voice acting, because I know that at some point you're wanting YouTube to kind of help get your voice out there from what people hear, which is supposed to help you get, you know, better reps so that you can actually get into the business easier.
Close call.
Then
This is getting dangerous.
you know, having your channel,
Something like this existed.
even if it's not like the main focus of your channel, but just having your channel give the origins and voices of the characters you've made, or that we've made together.
And I would not be telling their story like this, like just me saying like this is the character, this is what he's going through. No, it'd be him. I'd be doing it in character. The character telling the backstory himself, like as if he was telling it to an audience.
Be warned, guys. I can already tell you which one is going to take 3 hours that isn't Malker, and that's Dragonheart.
Yes.
Dragonheart has been getting developed
for years.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I've actually moved on from Dragonheart to another D&D character that I cannot stop loving.
Yes, but what I was going to say was,
What the fuck?
He's about as proud of Dragonheart as he is as Malker.
Yeah, Dragonheart's very special to me. He's one of the, he's a character that I created for D&D that I'm waiting for a DM that is skilled enough and comfortable enough to do a level 20 starting campaign so I can just put them together. Because Dragonheart is just awesome. Will you die already?
Feel the power of a Super Saiyan.
Goku's here too, Vegeta. Your Super Saiyan ain't shit anymore.
Okay, motherfucker. Okay, Goku, you deal with that.
So
God damn it.
Apparently, Smog also has a character of her own. She said, so it's kind of like the background story of my character, Arya. She is the goddess of balance. She is tasked with the balance between good and evil. I think we have a character for that for the Omniverse.
Oh, no, we don't. Oh, yes, we do. It was Malker's daughter.
Yeah. Oh man, I love the new forms. Mainly just because I love working with Lucifer.
Come on.
Yeah. Like it's the Omnians are one of those things that like we really should write like a full practically a Bible for.
You know what Luke just said?
We do.
Vegeta, Jada. Vegeta. Ghost Nappa.
Like we watch that a lot.
Every episode, dude. Every episode.
Wait, is he using Energy Shot? Really? The only reason I know the name of that it's one of the starting attacks. The only reason I know the name of that attack is because I restarted this game on the other thing.
Oh,
Yay!
Oh, hello, you two.
Oh boy, you leave me no.
So really quick, how do you think? Okay, I guess that's how we're starting this. How do you think Jiren would have stood up against Beerus? Because throughout the that fight, they were talking about how scared they were of him, or of Goku unlocking Ultra Instinct, and from my understanding of it, Goku managed to Motherfucker! Will you stay dead?
See, Smog first and foremost, Smog said I prefer Attack on Titan. But personally, at the end of the fight, it looked a bit like Jiren had also unlocked Ultra Instinct, and that was kind of his hidden trump card.
So he like unlocked it before the match. He just didn't use it.
Yeah, because no one was worthy of him using it. Like even Goku wasn't really worthy until Goku had fully mastered it. Because, I mean, it's someone who just mastered it versus you who have mastered it for years at that point.
Right.
But you know, it was never quite clear what that was. Because the thing is, Jiren ended up getting a red aura, where the crackling of the aura looked like the gray crackling of Goku's Ultra Instinct. It was just red instead of gray. Or silver.
Will you stop flying away from that?
And so, I mean, you know, maybe his was purely an attack Ultra Instinct. I am still unsure at this point. I'd have to go back, watch it again, and just, I'd have to memorize some of it. Whis, take care of Whis.
It's because my health went so long.
I think in the end, Beerus would still be able to... Beerus would still be able to, he'd still be able to beat Jiren, but I think that it would actually be a fight for Beerus. He wouldn't just be able to say, oh, well, I was only using 80% of my power. He would, I think Beerus would actually have to go full power to be able to fully beat Jiren.
Right.
Especially considering that we saw, you know, Vegeta, once he went plus Ultra Blue,
whatever.
Yeah, his full willpower blue, he was able to bat away Hakai. The attack that is just supposed to destroy everything, you know, that the godly destruction key that just destroys everything in his path.
The thing he used on what's his face, the Moss?
Yeah.
That just turned him to dust.
Yeah, because
Bro Strats right here.
that I can't remember his name, but there was that one guy he became who got a destruction in the middle of the match.
Oh, the bunny dude?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Mustache dude.
Yeah.
And he fired Hakai at Vegeta, and Vegeta managed to knock it away with his bare hands. I mean, he had the aura surrounding him, but it was essentially his bare hands. Which proves that Hakai can be beaten. But Vegeta, at that point, was still confirmed to be weaker than Goku. And Jiren is considered to be stronger than Goku, considering that it took Frieza in Golden Form and Goku in Ultra Instinct to be able to push Jiren off the edge.
I thought it was this week's that turned on to our side. No, it was my
yeah, your companion.
My companion. And Jiren's still alive.
Yeah. But so, you know, I think in the end, it might actually be a point where Jiren would win simply because Beerus' Hakai might actually not do anything to him. Which is kind of Beerus' main thing. Like, if he gets just frustrated with you, he'll just use Hakai and destroy you. If you can block that Hakai, I mean, he's still a strong physical fighter, but his godly destruction key is kind of his main thing. That's his main thing going for him.
As far as we know. We've never actually seen him do a full-on fight before.
Granted, have you heard the Super is supposed to continue?
Really?
Yeah. I'm not sure 100% on how accurate these details are and how canon these details are, but when 17... this is supposedly... I think there's a chapter for it out right now. I don't know if it's a canon chapter or if it's just something someone posted and all the manga sites put it up. Because, you know, manga sites are known to do that every now and then when they don't have full facts. Because they're stupid.
For someone of lower worlds.
So when 17 wished for all the universe to be brought back, all the universes were brought back, including universes that Zeno had
previously done away with.
Yeah. And
hey, that means Frost's universe is back.
But so you want to know the fun thing about that? The universe that was brought back
My God, damn, a bit too often.
had an angel.
Jeez.
Obviously.
So much damage.
That angel had been destroyed with the universe. That angel was the High Priestess's wife. The mother of Whis and all the other.
Okay.
Guess who managed to find their way to that universe and become the new god of destruction?
Oh my. What a surprise.
Because he's alive again.
I must have lost my footing
Yep.
for a second.
So guess who his
course.
angel is? The one angel in the multiverse that's probably as strong as the High Priestess, who's supposed to be stronger than Whis, who's supposed to be stronger than Beerus.
I mean, yeah.
So,
Really? You haven't done anything to this guy. I've killed him 3 times.
but yeah, no, that's just, like, again, I have no way to prove it, whether it's canon or not. I have nothing that confirms or denies it.
Go keep him off me.
Mainly because, like, a lot of news sources are saying that they aren't sure either. They're not sure if it's canon or not because, you know, at the moment they're thinking that that was a leaked thing. Like, someone managed to find the prescript or whatever it was, translated and release it, which they weren't supposed to do, obviously.
Right.
And, you know, it's, I think that's actually a really interesting concept when you're thinking about it, that we're getting leaks in manga. But it's supposed to bring, you know, everyone together again to have to fight off the universe and Frieza's new army.
Oh my.
Which apparently might be how they're supposed to be leading
Must have lost my
into
footing for
Broly.
a second.
Yeah, I do remember that.
But
Is the Broly movie going to be canon?
I think so.
Yes!
For a very, and the reason I say I think so and not I know so is because the thing with Super that they've done that they haven't done in any Dragon Ball series before, every movie has been canon to this point.
Right. To this point. And they do have the legendary Super Saiyan as canon now.
Yeah.
Like, that is part of canon, and I could not be happier.
Yeah.
Fair warning, one of my favorite characters ever is Broly. I know he does not have a lot of actual character, but I just love his idea.
But so, see, the thing is, currently the thought process is that, well, okay, if this is actually, you know, canon now that Frieza has become the god of destruction of a new universe, Broly might be from that universe, which is why Universe 7 has never dealt with him before.
God damn it.
It's still Broly and he's still canon.
Right, not you, this.
Yeah. But so, that's supposed to basically be explaining to us, and I'm actually gonna, because that's about to die. It's supposed to...
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's supposed to explain to us essentially why Broly hasn't been introduced yet, you know, and why Broly and Paragus are wearing Frieza armor now.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case of this one. I don't think that they're going to make it so the whole thing is another alternate universe crap.
Well, again, it wouldn't be alternate universe; it'd be one of the other multiverses.
Right. Still, I don't think they're going to.
Which Frieza can fucking travel through, which is bullshit.
Oh, I don't care. By the way, I don't get why people are still wearing this armor. It's crap, from what I've heard. But, whatever.
So you know what I'm curious about, though? Because this game is still getting updates and shit, as Jiren being in it proves, what are they going to do now that there's a new Broly?
Probably going to put him in here.
Well, I mean, are they going to just update this Broly skin?
No.
Or are they going to give us 2 Brolys and let us take 2 Brolys into battle with each other?
We've always been able to take 2 Brolys into battle. But
2 separate universe Brolys.
yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. I don't think they're going to just completely erase this Broly.
Because something interesting that a rumor's been going on about, the new Super Broly is supposed to have another transformation.
One before or after Legendary?
After.
So Legendary Super Saiyan God?
We're not sure. There have been a couple leaked images of Vegeta going red.
Okay, that's... Well, I mean, yeah, he's been a Super Saiyan God for a while.
But he kind of skipped from red to blue.
No, we just never saw it. I'm pretty sure they did say that he went through that whole transformation.
I actually think that they said the opposite. That he just somehow that he had been exposed to enough godly ki that he managed to attain blue, but he had not yet managed to attain red.
Hey, Goku.
Because the thing is, blue is not supposed to be Super Saiyan red. Blue is supposed to be godly ki mixed with Super Saiyan, and it's supposed to they described it more in the Tournament of Power, which I was thankful for. They actually kind of gave us some details on the difference between the two. Red, apparently, is the more strength-oriented form, whereas blue is the more controlled and fast form. And it takes less energy to be in blue than it does in red.
Yeah.
Red is harder to sustain. So, essentially they're saying that blue is kind of like what happens whenever, you know, Goku and Gohan come out of the time chamber and like, we forgot how to turn it off. It's natural now. We're natural blondes.
I don't want to do that.
I actually think that we should go ahead and end the stream off here.
Yeah,
is
probably.
The thing. It's getting pretty...
Yeah, sorry we weren't able to do Outlast. I hope for the 2 or 3 of you that stayed, you had fun. Oh shit, have I been on camera the entire time?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see.
But yeah, I actually do have to have a test I need to study for tomorrow.
I mean, you're the one with a full beard. Mine's a partial beard, so I think that might be you.
Yeah, who are you referring to there?
Anyway, we are heading off. Talk to you guys next. Bye-bye.
Bye.